Let's cut the bullshit and let's set the record straight. Let me show them how it should be done. Let me do things my way. Fuck AFTVFC. You have no idea what you have started. Hello boys and girls, welcome to my player ratings for Arsenal's victory against Bate Borisov. Now, before I get started, I want to let you guys know that I've teamed up with Quiff and I'm giving you lot the opportunity of winning 2 tickets in a box for this Sunday's game against Southampton. Now to enter, it's very, very simple. What you have to do is download the Quiff app. Links will be in the description. On your first bet, you must deposit over £5. What you then have to do is take a screenshot of your first bet. You then have to tweet me with that screenshot at Mr. DTAFC along with the hashtag DTQuiff. Now, you have to be in the UK and you have to be able to get to the Emirates within 24 hours. I will be announcing the winner on Saturday. And yeah, it's an opportunity for one of you to win 2 tickets to go in a box. It's an unbelievable experience and it's a massive prize to be given away. And it's very, very simple. So listen, good luck to everyone. And I hope that you get Quiff. So there we go. Now, Bate Borisov, we won 3-0. We got the job done. And it was quite comfortable in the end, to be quite honest with you. This is the kind of result that you was expecting last week. We didn't need to make it so difficult for ourselves, did we? There was a couple of hairy moments tonight, most notably when we were 1-0 up and Bate had an opportunity which we cleared off the line. But apart from that, it was quite a comfortable evening, to be quite honest with you. I didn't feel overly threatened. And I didn't feel like Bate really offered a lot. And I think that this kind of result is a fair reflection on the way that the game should have gone in the first place. There were some decent performances out there. It wasn't overly, vintage Arsenal, shall we say. There was some, moments where it was pretty slow and pretty laboured. But yeah, we got the job done and that's the main thing. We are in the hat for the next round and this is where things start getting a bit tasty. This is where things start getting a bit lively. You've got some big sides in there. I know that Benfica have qualified. You've got to look at Napoli. They're going to be one team that you don't want to play at the moment, dropping down from the Champions League. And yeah, Chelsea, they look like they're going to be going through. At the time of recording this video, those lot of second games, they're still, not even completed. I've literally came straight from the Emirates to my studio and I'm recording this video. But yeah, there's some big sides in there. Unai Emery's former side, Sevilla, they're in there. That's not going to be easy. 4th in La Liga. And of course, they've got a pedigree of winning it. So that's a side that you might want to avoid. Villarreal are in there. They've knocked out Celtic. So yeah, like I said, some big ties. And this is where it gets tasty, like I was saying. So bring it on. At the end of the day, you've got to, play these sides if you want to win it. So yeah, let's just see who we get in the hat. What will be, will be. And if I was to pick one side that I would want to avoid, then I'd say Napoli. But the rest, bring them on. At the end of the day, that's the way I look at it. And if we want to get back in the Champions League and we want to win the Europa, then we're going to have to beat one of these sides along the way. So there we go. So yeah, like I said, we got the victory done. And it was a pretty straightforward performance. Pretty convincing, although some of the football wasn't great. But you know what? Let's not moan too much and let's not get too much into it, because at the end of the day, we're through to the next round and that's all that matters. So let's go and get into the player rating. Starting off in goal, Petr Cech. And it was probably one of his most easiest evenings in goal for Arsenal. It was pretty comfortable, to be quite honest with you. There was not a lot for him to do. Couple of moments in the first half, like I said, but apart from that, nah, not a lot, to be honest. And I'm going to give Petr Cech a 6 for tonight. Going to move into the defence, and we played a flat 4, starting off on the right-hand side, Stefan Lichtsteiner. And I thought he had a good game, to be quite honest with you. He came alive more in the second half. He was trying some little flicks. He was bombing down the right-hand side. I felt he had a good performance, to be quite honest. Seriously, I really do. And yeah, given some of his recent performances, it was nice to actually see the Lichtsteiner that turned up from Juventus. So yeah, decent performance. And I'm going to give Lichtsteiner a 7 for his performance tonight. Going to move into the central defence, and first of all I'm going to go with Mustafi, and comfortable evening, to be quite honest with you. Not a lot for him to have to do. Scored a goal, vital goal, so I'll give Mustafi a 7. Alongside him, I'm going to go with Koscielny. Now he came off with around about half hour or so to go, and I don't know whether that's because of an injury. It was a straightforward performance, pretty standard. And I'm going to give him a 6 for his performance. Going to move into the left-back position, Nacho Monreal. And I'm a little concerned about this position. This is an area that I think that we need to be strengthening in the summer. I think that Nacho in the first half, there were a couple of times when he got caught wrong side of the ball. And this is the one problem. He gets caught, you know, goal side. And it's not great. And a better side would have probably punished him. But I'm going to give Monreal a 6 for his performance tonight. Going to move into the central midfield area. First of all, we're going to go with Granit Xhaka, and 2 assists tonight. You can sit there and say that they were only from dead balls, but you've got to put the ball in the box and you've got to put the ball on the money. And he did exactly that for both of them. So yeah, because he gets 2 assists and his overall play wasn't bad. It was a couple of moments when he, you know, made a couple of crap passes. But the fact he got 2 assists, and you can't take away from that fact, I'm going to give Granit Xhaka an 8 for his performance. Next position, that was Guendouzi. Worked his socks off, run a lot, and yeah, worked really hard. But there just wasn't that bit of creativity, you know, a little bit going forward, and he looked a little leggy when he came off. But I'm going to give Guendouzi a 7 for his performance. Decent enough performance in there. Going to move into the attacking 3. First of all, Alex Iwobi. And it was a decent performance, to be honest. I felt that he was trying really hard. He was working hard. I think his link up with Ozil was really good. End product, it's still a lot to be desired. But, you know, let's hope that he can get that right. But everything else, he was decent enough performance. And I'll give Alex Iwobi a 7. Going to move to the next position, that was Henrik Mkhitaryan, and I felt that he was the quietest out of all of our attackers. Not overly great, got a little bit more freedom in the second half as things opened up, but yeah, not overly great, but I'll give him a 6 for his performance. Going to move to the next position, that was Mesut Ozil back in the side, and you know what, people will sit there and say that because he didn't score or he didn't get an assist, he was poor. You are talking out of your arsehole, all right? It was a good performance from Mesut Ozil, considering it's his first game back in God knows how long. His movement off the ball is unbelievable. It's key to the way that we attack. What I suggest you do is go and get that 90 minutes again, sit at home, watch it, and watch Mesut Ozil. And watch his movement. Watch how he opens up so much play for everybody else. It's there for you to see. It's very clear. And if you don't see it, then you're blinded. It's really that simple. Good performance from Mesut Ozil. And I'm going to give him an 8 as well for his performance. Because I think it was key. The way that he was playing and moving and, you know, opening things up. Go and ask the attackers that are around him tonight what they feel about playing alongside Mesut Ozil. There's your answer. Up front as the main striker, Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, and I felt he was a little starved in certain areas for, you know, service, clear-cut service, shall I say. Worked hard, but, you know, there was one real chance that he had and he dinked it over the keeper and it just went wide. But apart from that, it wasn't really one of those games where it was stretched right open until late in the second half. But he done what he had to do, work rate rise. He worked really hard, and for that I'm going to give him a 7. Going to move into the substitutions. First of all, going to go with Sokratis. Came on as a sub, good performance, scored a goal, and I'm so glad he's back. You can see how much we've missed him, so I'm hoping he starts against Southampton now. But for his performance, I'm going to give him a 7. I know Lucas Torreira come on, and also Denis Suarez didn't really have a lot of time to make an impact or anything, so I'm not going to mark them. I'm going to give Unai Emery's rating, and I'm going to give him a 7. Decent enough lineup, went strong, had to go strong, had no choice to be quite honest with you. And I felt we got it right. There was a good balance in there. Like I said, there were some moments where it was a little bit quiet and a little flat, and you know, there was a little bit more about us tonight, a little bit. There's still a long way to go, but it's an improvement. And he got the selection right, and it's as simple as that. So I'm going to give Unai Emery a 7. So there we go. That is the player ratings. We're through to the next round. That's the most important thing. So like I said, with the Quiff app, get yourself involved if you want to have a chance of winning those tickets. In a box against Southampton on Sunday. Links are going to be in the description. There'll be a preview to that Southampton game tomorrow. I'm going to bring that one out. Then, of course, player ratings. And then we go on to the game against Bournemouth before we then go into 2 huge games against Spurs and Manchester United. So until then, I'll see you lot soon. I'm out of here.